Welcome to Module 2 of your training videos. In this video I want to talk a little bit about the charts we set up in the last video and just give you an overview of what we're doing here. One thing we need to be able to do well is to determine what the trends are. The system we are using is a trading system that works with the trends. So you need to be able to read the uptrends and downtrends using the charts that we've set up. And whenever you're trading with the trend system, you're better to stick with the longer term charts. The 1 hour and 4 hour charts will give you better signals than anything shorter term than that. So in this video I'm going to cover a few things. We're going to work on determining what an uptrend looks like using our chart, determining the criteria for a downtrend using our chart, and we're going to talk about retracements, what they are, and how to recognize them quickly on the charts that we've set up. To begin, let's just talk about what an uptrend or a downtrend is. Whenever you're trading Forex, you'll find that a currency pair such as the Euro-US dollar daily chart I'm looking at here will have a tendency to move in one direction for a long period of time. Looking at this chart here, the price movement has been upwards. It's not a constant straight line up, but it has had upward movement for a period of a couple of months. We call that an uptrend. And by the same token, looking at another point on the same chart, we've had a month or so where the price movement has been mostly downward. We call this a downtrend. Trading with the trends allows us a certain margin of safety. Obviously, if price movement is downward and has been for a while, selling into that downward trend obviously gives you a certain margin of safety with your trades. And by the same token, buying into that uptrend allows you the same thing. The important thing to note when you're doing this, though, when you're trading with the trends, is that you need a system to give you the right places to enter and exit your trades to even increase that safety margin, and that's what our system is set up to do. And let's just talk about how we determine the trends using our chart. First, we're going to talk about an uptrend. We are in an uptrend when these three criteria are met. The price is above both the EMA 50 and the EMA 200. The EMA 50 has just crossed the EMA 200 and is currently above the EMA 200, and the MACD value is positive. So looking at it on this chart here, right here, the EMA 50 has crossed over the EMA 200 and is currently trading above it. The MACD is positive, and the price is trading above both the EMA 50 and the EMA 200. So this is our criteria. We are in an uptrend, and at that point we would start looking for entry points. For a downtrend, the criteria is mostly the same. It's just the opposite. The price is below the EMA 50 and the EMA 200. The EMA 50 has just crossed over the EMA 200 and is currently below the EMA 200, and the MACD value is negative. So looking at it on a chart here again, looking at this chart, we've got the EMA 50 crossing over the EMA 200 here, and it is currently trading below it. We've got the price trading below both the EMA 50 and the EMA 200, and the MACD is negative in value, so we have all of our criteria met, and we are ready to look for entry points at this point in time. Our entry signals will be given with retracements in this particular trading system. So let's just talk about what a retracement is. If you remember from the chart when I was talking about how a price movement is upward and it isn't straight, the price movement will tend to move in waves. So in an uptrend like this, the price will tend to move upwards for a time and then move down and then move upwards and then move back down and then move upwards and continue with the trend. We call this downward movement in the middle of this uptrend a retracement. And in our charts, we're going to use this to help us find entry points, and we're going to talk about that more in the next video. But for now, just take some time to study how the trends work on the charts. Look for uptrends and downtrends using the criteria that I've given you, and watch how the MACD reacts to price movement, and specifically when a retracement occurs. And then once you've done that, move on to the next video, and we will give you the criteria and some examples of short trades.